Yo, 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 what's up? Welcome to another episode of Unnamed Sports Show right here on Gorilla Cross, broadcast live from the Gorilla Cross studio in downtown Las Vegas. I'm your host, Quan59, and we have a lot to talk about today in sports. This is the time of year where everything's happening. You have everything going on with high school football, NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, NHL hockey. Everything's happening right now, so this is the time of year where every major sport's going on. We have some high school football players we're going to be talking to in a minute here. But I got my co-host. It's been a minute. But got my man Shay Jones back in the building. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Like you said, it's a hot time of year. It is
definitely hot. Right? We're very excited because we love basketball, right? We love all sports, indeed. But we love basketball. So I get excited when NBA is back.
Yes.
And NBA is back. We saw the first games on NBC, hearing the music again. How'd that make you feel, first of all, hearing that? Because that was the top of NBA basketball, right? The 90s, Michael Jordan. Just hearing that music again, bro. What'd that do for you?
Oh, man. It, at that time for me, the last time I guess we heard it at that time for me is when I was making that transition, trying to make a couple of bucks playing ball, working out 100 hours a day, all that good stuff. So, yeah, it brings back those memories. That's the way basketball should be for our generation. That was, in our opinion, we argue it all the time.
Yeah.
It's the golden era
Definitely.
of basketball when men were men and all that crazy stuff that we talk about.
We got some young guys in the building, so we'll talk to them a little bit to see how they feel about this new generation and the old generation of NBA. But so being excited it's day 3 of the NBA. And we wake up this morning very early to a coach getting arrested, a player. These are active. It's not a former coach or former player, because we've seen that happen. Gilbert Arenas got arrested in the summer. But now Chauncey Billups, all-star player, Hall of Fame player, head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, gets arrested for some scandals with gambling. Terry Rozier, who we heard these issues last year, he got cleared by the NBA investigation, but the FBI said, hold up.
Yes.
Malik Beasley this summer, after it looked like he clearly threw some games in the playoffs, he was being looked into. He has not got arrested yet, but they have to be on his tail.
Yes.
And Damon Jones, former player with Miami, with Cleveland, followed LeBron around a lot of places. Supposed to be really good friends with LeBron James, right?
Yeah,
one of his best friends.
One of his best friends.
LeBron said he didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
But there was some picks being given away when they were playing the Bucks, when nobody knew LeBron was going to be sitting out, and he let people know LeBron was going to be out. They bet on the Bucks winning. It happens.
Yeah.
It has to be pretty deep for the FBI to get involved in this, right?
Definitely.
And one other thing I want to ask you about, I know I just threw you a lot of stuff, but ESPN Bet, DraftKings, MGM Bet. I mean, the NBA, NFL, they're all sponsored by betting sites.
Yes.
Watching ESPN this morning talk about this story like it's death, but they promote ESPN Bet all day, every day.
Yeah.
It's a little hypocritical.
Yes.
You're pushing gambling like crazy, but you try to say these players aren't allowed to do it. Now, I understand, like, you're in the middle of a game, and Terry Rozier, we'll play some highlights of what he did. Because some of it just looks bad for him. I mean, there's too much video evidence, right?
Looks bad.
What's your whole take on all this, man? Because we didn't. Well, it was hard to bet back in the day when the college players were getting caught.
Exactly.
You had to go underground. There was underground stuff. Now you just pull up an app.
Yeah, and getting info. I mean, that the insider it has power now. You know, I think that this is a much bigger thing. This will be the biggest thing to hit since the referee scandal with Donahue. Right? I think that the bigger thing that you have to look at is not just, we're not talking about poker games. The NBA can act like they care about poker games. They don't care about poker games. They care about this. This is a bigger thing. It has a much far-reaching audience. Okay. The other component of this that we have to take into account is that this is direct dealings with mafia families.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that is a deeper implication than just poker games and just betting on a game or two and telling your buddy to put $1,000 on the Bucks, right? So you're talking about guys that have the power and can instill the fear into young players, into people in the front office. This is bigger than just whether or not someone made six figures on a basketball game or on the finals, right? So I think that's why the NBA was very quick to clear their people, right? But we all know that the FBI is a much better investigative unit than the NBA.
And the NBA has been kind of talked bad about investigating themselves with the Donaghy thing, right?
Yes.
Because there was so much more evidence of other refs involved in that situation, right? But
and a lot of players that have pointed the fingers at some of these refs. But this is something totally different because it puts, and the bigger thing is this is a coach.
Yes.
This is a coach's involvement. Okay. I think that this is going to get really, really bad. And when you start talking about guys getting indicted for something that's going to put them away for a long time, people are going to start talking. Yeah,
and we saw Jonte Porter, Michael Porter Jr.'s brother. This happened 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's wild.
So that's been a little bit when he got caught for it.
Yes.
And banned from the league. Then we saw Terry Rozier and Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley basically got banned from the league because nobody picked him up this summer.
Basically, yeah. Which could be the smoking gun. Excuse me. Which could be the smoking gun and allow you to enable you to see the fact that people knew something.
Yeah.
We're always going to be last to know, right?
Yeah.
So people knew something beforehand.
Yeah.
And probably GMs and owners were saying, hey, stay away from him because stuff's about to hit the fan.
You already have Terry Rozier on your team. It's hard to cut him without any solid evidence of tampering, of doing anything illegal because their investigation team said it wasn't.
Yeah.
But the FBI says it was. So now Miami's gonna have a much easier case to be able to cut him and get some of that money back.
Yeah, definitely.
The timing of it though.
Man.
NBA season just starts 2 days ago. A lot of hype around it. They just got new TV deals, so they're on a whole bunch of money right now.
Which is why I think it's such a big deal. If the NBA are the puppet masters and playing the strings behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
Why would they do this now?
Yep.
So definitely the FBI has something substantial enough to say it doesn't matter that this is the opening weekend. Doesn't matter that you've just taken Inside NBA and switched it over to ESPN. All of those things are irrelevant.
But I think it's strategic that they waited until the season actually started.
I think the FBI was strategic.
FBI, yeah. The NBA had nothing to do with it coming out.
The NBA has been blindsided.
NBA would have let it go. They were brushing it under the rug.
Yes.
They got one guy, and they're like, he's not a good player anyway, so let's just get him out. Yeah. He could be the example. Look what we did. We got him out of the league quick. So anything else that comes up, it's like, But this is bad for the NBA. It's not going to affect me as a viewer. I love the NBA. I'm going to watch it.
I could care less, honestly. I grew up in Vegas. So
we grew up in Vegas. We know the Rebels. But we, just dealing with that. How does the NBA deal with this now, moving forward at the beginning of their season?
Well, I think there's no way you can get around it. You got to look at the fact that you have a lot of generational franchise players, Steph Curry, LeBron James, even Russell Westbrook. These guys are on the tail end of their career. Who is the next guy? Who is the next guy to take the torch and move on to the next, right? John Moran has proven he doesn't want it. Right? He's proven he doesn't want it.
He can't handle it.
As much as we love Luka, he is not an American player. So there's going to be
I'm not sure if that's going to matter, though.
I think there's a vast majority of the basketball community who will always see him as a foreign player.
Yeah.
Right? Then you win a world championship with a team that most Americans have never been to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Right? They love LA, they love New York, they love Dallas, you know what I mean?
They've only heard about it in 95.
In a negative way, right?
Yeah.
They never heard about it in a positive way. So you have a team that isn't very glamorous, right? And then you don't really have a marquee player that's going to take this league the way that MJ took it from Magic and the way that, LeBron and Allen Iverson and those guys took it from but carried it on.
Carried the torch.
You don't really have a player like that right now. Wembanyama is not an American player. Luka's not an American player. And then the American players that we really look at,
Anthony Edwards.
Giannis isn't an American player. Anthony Edwards, maybe. Ja Morant has proven that he's not the guy, right?
Anthony Edwards is kind of messing up with the whole, just impregnating women and then throwing them money to shut up.
This couldn't be a worse time for the NBA to get another black eye, which could essentially just, it could destroy.
But I do want to go there, and this is going to change the subject a little bit. But I don't think the best players. I'm not sure if in the next 20 years we'll ever see a best player be from America, right? Because right now, if Victor Wembanyama does not get hurt,
he will be in the GOAT conversation
in his 15-year.
Yeah,
I think he could blow out of the water any of the GOAT conversation. I think the way he plays right now, and he's only 22.
Yeah,
is he 22?
Side note. Do you remember when I said this a couple years ago?
You talked about it.
Everyone said I was crazy.
Talked about it.
And people wanted to put money on the table?
You talked about it.
Okay, I was wondering if you...
I didn't think you were crazy. I didn't know a lot about him yet, but, I saw his game, but...
10-second highlight will let you feel like, this is a guy who threw the ball off the backboard from the three-point line and dunked on NBA guys as a 19-year-old.
It looks like when you're good at basketball, you're 17, 18, right? You're out there on the playground, and all your little nephews and nieces come up and want to play with you, and you're playing. And they might look good when you're not there, like they're making the shots, but when you're there, you're blocking every shot. Like, that's what he looked like last night.
Yeah, exactly.
And we knew he was good. Taking that time off with the blood clot last year might have been the best thing that happened because he was able to just work on his body. Mm-hmm. He's a little bit bigger. He doesn't need to get huge, right?
Yeah.
But the way he looked last night was levels above the way he's looked ever in the NBA. And if this is how he's going to look all year, give him the MVP tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because he's ridiculous. He made Anthony Davis look like a little kid who's supposed to be one of the best defensive players in the league.
Yes.
Everyone forgot about Cooper Flagg.
He may have very well hit puberty.
People were telling Cooper Flagg to go back to college last night. That's how bad it was.
Yes.
What do you think about Victor, man?
It's unbelievable.
I think he's easily going to be the GOAT if he doesn't get hurt.
Listen,
no major injuries.
I thought he was amazing, and then I saw him work out in person, and he was twice as good as I thought he was. That's the thing that a lot of people can't grasp. Like, we're talking about his size and his strength, but similar to LeBron in the early 2000s, when we're looking at a guy that's fast, a guy that's strong, a guy that can shoot it and do all these different things, we don't know what the prototype should look like, okay? So when we're watching Wembanyama, we don't know whether or not he needs to get stronger. Will getting stronger hurt his game? We don't know whether or not he needs to stay lean. We don't know what it looks like because there's never been anything like this, okay? The closest thing you could possibly say is either Kevin Garnett and maybe Dirk, and they didn't have a smidget of the skill set that he has. So we have to figure it out.
Very skilled in their areas, but Wembanyama right now is skilled in every area. We saw him block a shot, grab the rebound off the block shot, dribble the ball down, cross him over, shoot the three, make the three, and get fouled.
Yes. He's one of the few players.
You don't see that.
He's one of the few players at any level. Even when you go down to middle school level and you have these kids that start as freshmen, right? They play middle school. He is the only guy that you can see that could touch every statistical category from possession to possession to possession. And that is what makes him such an anomaly. What do you do? How do you defend it? And more importantly, you also are getting to the point where now his coaches are trying to figure out what are the accompanying players that we put around him. Like, you get a good left guard for your quarterback, right? What do you do for a guy like this? He is the pick and roll.
Dude, you just need get a young version of Chris Paul and just lob him the ball all day.
Or do you get guys that can score out of the areas that he occupies? Because we're going to have to go back to the point where the center gets both blocks. Right? You got to figure it out. He's going to change the game in the way Steph changed the game. There's an African kid, and I can't remember his name. There's also a female player that's very similar. She's about 6'9", and they're just dominating the game in a way that most kids in this era, probably the kids in the 80s and the 90s would have been more equipped to deal with this, but the kids in this era are not equipped to deal with a player of that caliber that could do what he could do on the perimeter and at the basket, both offensively and defensively. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Next few years is gonna be crazy.
Some of the comments. Chris Wynn said BS shenanigans in the draft back then. Wemby should be a Piston. Detroit basketball. Ray's son, I don't know that much, but it feels like his career won't last longer than 10 years. He seems too big, and if he beefs up, can his body handle it? I don't think he needs to beef up that much. I think I mean, that's always the question with big guys, right?
Yeah.
We don't know how their body's gonna handle it.
But we do remember that Sean Bradley played for a long time.
But he wasn't athletic like that, jumping around everywhere.
Listen,
but no, he did
all of
play
these
for a long
big
time.
guys, their body wears down.
Yeah.
You know, it looks nice to put dubs on your big truck, but it's not built for low profile.
But with having skill sets like Wemby, he could be slow, and he's going to be hitting threes and mid-range jumpers, being 7'5". You can't block that.
Yes.
You can't do anything with that. So even if if his career is only 10 years, he still has the opportunity to be a GOAT.
Yeah.
I think he's that good. So pay attention to him. He's in another small market that doesn't matter because we've seen what the Spurs have done. We'll see if he stays a Spur. He seems to like it there.
Oh, but, Tim Duncan is nearby to tutor him along the way.
Exactly. But I'm excited. NBA is back. Luka looked great. He looked like MVP worthy, but his team didn't help him at all.
Well, I think you got to be patient. I coached against DeAndre when he was in Arizona in college, and Ayton he's going to show you glimpses of this, glimpses of that, but he's never really been on a team where he could focus as a defensive rim protector and be not a forgotten offensive option. With Austin Reeves, LeBron, and Luka, he's a great cleanup guy. He's never been in that role before, but I think he could be very, very good for him. And then his athleticism, being able to step away from the basket, can help him when the floor opens up with some other guys. So I think just give it some time. I think that he'll come into his own.
And LeBron's out with sciatica for the next month.
Have you ever had sciatica?
No, but I don't think he has either.
If you have it, then you'll react differently.
I know, but I don't think he has either.
It is the worst thing.
I think this is LeBron saying, I want you guys to miss me because you didn't talk about me this summer. You didn't give me a contract extension. You didn't ask me for a contract extension. Let me make you miss me. I think that's what LeBron's doing.
If he doesn't have sciatica, I would agree. But trust me, if he has sciatica, that's the only thing that's on his mind right now.
Yeah, and I know it's nerve damage. I mean, it takes a while. So
it's horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
But I just don't think he does. But here's the thing: Lakers do need LeBron. Quit acting like they don't. They need LeBron if they're going to win a championship.
Yes.
So you can't give up on the team after one game. I hate when people overreact at the beginning of the season. There's 82 games in the season.
Yeah.
Lakers are going to get better. They're going to mesh.
They
have a full season to play.
Yeah.
One thing, though, if it doesn't work out before the trade deadline, I think the only way they get better, there's too many players that can score and not play defense. I think they have to trade Austin Reeves. I think that's what
they have to.
It's going to have to be done.
They need more than one guy.
Yeah.
And he's the only guy that can bring in a couple of guys for you or a couple of veteran guys.
Yep.
Some older guys that I think could be really good. I think that people are missing out on the Larry Nance Jr. thing. I think Larry Nance Jr. can become a Robert Horry type of a guy. And the reason being is, as you saw last night, his consistency to knock down open shots and now hit the three really consistently.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Larry Nance Jr.
Who's he playing for?
He's with Cleveland.
Oh, he's back with Cleveland.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So listen, his later development in his career, I think he's a guy that's going to be able to play long into the back end of his career.
Yeah.
But his ability to be able to defend, his ability to be able to rebound and alter shots, and he becomes a matchup problem when you have, in my opinion, I know people don't agree with this, but Alonzo Ball healthy is probably the best transition passer in basketball. He sees over the defense. He sees under the defense. He can finish on his own, but he sees guys really, really well. So Donovan Mitchell, if he's going to play like he was playing for 3 quarters last night, and Evan Mobley is the best defender in basketball right now, I think. I just think
he's really good.
So that team he's a guy that can relax, doesn't have to do too much, but he's a guy that a lot of teams will probably try to go over because he can push you into June.
And I hope Lonzo can stay healthy because I like him. I think he's got Hayden on a lot for no reason. I think just getting drafted so high, getting drafted over some players he probably should know.
Those are 4 guys healthy that are really good. The question is, can they stay
healthy?
Yeah,
and I mean, I think that's been the issue with Cleveland all around. I think they're by far the best team in the East if they do stay healthy. New York's right up there right now too. But it's interesting because the East is really struggling this year. So a lot of injuries. Boston's hurt with Tatum out most of the year.
I don't think he'll play.
Philly, Joel Embiid did not jump once last night. He played 20 minutes. He didn't even jump.
I didn't know he does jump.
He doesn't, but he didn't even try. And then the rookie, TJ, what's his name? Let me pull it up. I don't want to mess it up because he was killing it yesterday. But he had 34 points. That's the most points. He actually outscored LeBron James his first game.
He was killing.
We were talking about it all day today. Now
he looked good. He looked very, very good. I will say, going back to Cleveland one second, I will say this. The thing about those guys, they have all been injury prone throughout their careers, but I believe they've all had injuries due to the fact that they've been called on to do so much. I think they're in a situation now where they won't have to carry so much of the load, and that may preserve them and prevent some of the injuries that they've had in the past.
VJ Edgecombe.
Yes.
He killed it last night.
He was killed. What, 34?
34 points. They were up by 1. He went to the free throw line, missed 2 free throws. Mm-hmm. They got who were they playing? Boston, I think.
Was it Boston?
I can't remember who they were playing. But they got the ball, missed it, because that would have messed up his 34 points because he missed those 2 free throws. Yeah. They could have iced the game, but he still did it. And Maxey had 40.
I love Max.
So if you could get
I loved him. I thought
Joel Embiid doing anything this year, which I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Paul George didn't even play already in game 1. But they have a bright future if they can get rid of some of these big contracts with Embiid and Paul George. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they have some good young players.
What do you think about the fiasco with New Jersey, the Brooklyn Nets?
Brooklyn Nets, just how bad they are?
All 5 rookies make the team and start. So they basically have said,
and
we're going to segue to this. We're going to come back to this later. But right now in high school football, in the 5A, real quickly, let me explain this to you.
Yeah.
So they have an open division now. Okay, the top 4 teams will go to the open division. The next 8 teams will play in the 5A championship. So obviously in the open is Gorman, who has lost a handful of games in the last 6-7 years. Right, so it's going to be somebody gets to get beat by Gorman for the state championship. And when I say beat, they're going to lose by probably 30 points.
Yeah.
Right. So the reality is, if you're the 5th team or the 6th team, you're probably going to win the 5A championship.
Yeah.
So it's almost kind of like tanking.
Yeah.
But which you don't want to do that at the high school level. You definitely don't want to teach kids that. But that is what the Nets are doing. They are intentionally losing games so they get the number 1 pick next year. They have gotten rid of guys. They're starting 5 rookies. Not good rookies. They're starting 5 rookies. 5 rookies make the team. That's unprecedented, and they're putting them out there on the floor. They're intentionally going to lose games so they get the number 1 pick.
But Coach, here's the problem. The number 1 pick has not went to the worst team in the league. I'm not sure if it's happened in years.
Yes.
Since they've been doing this new format.
But you have to be there. You have to be one of those worst teams because you
want
want as many
Dallas
balls
Mavericks were barely missed the playoffs by 1 game, the play-in by 1 game, and they get the first pick in the draft.
Yeah, and you can be lucky. But if you're going to be in that lottery,
you
don't
think they
you
were
want
lucky?
As many?
Or did they trade for that pick?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you got to have some things in place.
Okay.
But
they traded Luka for that
for
pick.
Brooklyn to have as many balls as possible in there gives them a better chance, especially when you're looking 82 games down the road.
Bro, 3 years ago, they had KD, Kyrie, and James Harden.
You know how many games those guys played?
11.
No, I thought it was 15.
Maybe 15.
But I know it was less than 20.
Yeah,
that's how many games they played together. And guess who took the hit for it? Steve Nash.
Yeah.
Steve Nash took the hit for it. You can't do anything about injuries. Injuries will kill you, especially at a level that high.
Yeah. All right, there's a lot more to talk about with the NBA, so we will, we'll be here all season. So anytime you want to come through, talk more, come through. But we have some young ballers in the studio right now. Siverado High School. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves, but we have first, I'm going to introduce you, and then you could kind of talk about yourself. Clemente Jones, what's good?
What's going on, man?
Silverado quarterback, what's going on?
Yep, what's going on?
Now, listen, I saw some of the highlights. He's been sending me stuff for weeks. You're fast, bro.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Yeah.
Where'd you get that speed from?
That might have been this guy. I don't know. Maybe Kwasi.
Maybe. You got an uncle too. I mean, he was super fast, but and I watched Kwasi because I went to Cimarron the same time. He was a year before me. I think he was 94. I was 95. But he says you're faster.
Really? I didn't know that.
Kwasi says he's faster.
Wow.
Kwasi says he's faster.
You know, we
And
should have
everybody
got
that played
Kwasi
with
in here too.
Yeah, everybody that played with Kwasi says it too. Yeah, he's faster.
And that's crazy because Kwasi was known as like
The fast
he's
guy,
he's
yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
He's really fast. So, how's that make you feel hearing that you're faster than Kwasi?
Well, I mean, it feels good. Obviously, I wish there was film of back then so I could compare myself. But
It's like silent film.
Dang, he said film of back then. There was nothing. We just had tablets that we drew stuff on.
You got to go to Red Rock and look on the cave. They show
Yeah.
they show Kwasi running.
Man. All right, we have another player. Quarterback for Silverado. We got Dillon Elliot. How you feeling? Well, let me turn your mic on.
Hey, pan that.
Go ahead.
You got to pan that screen out so you can
Thank
see
you.
him. He's-
Thank you for having me.
I know you're pretty big, bro.
Just a little bit, not too big.
How tall are you?
I say I'm 6'5". People think I'm 6'4", but I think I'm 6'5".
Okay, I mean, listen, man. Sometimes you gotta think things into existence. So we'll go with 6'5". How much you weigh?
230 right now.
6'5", 230, and you're how old?
I'm 17.
You know, I was small when I was 17. I was 5'10", probably 115. I couldn't gain weight to
It's
save my
not
life.
fair. Like when you're short, you lie about your height. It's not fair for tall people to lie about their height. I think you have to tell the truth. You have to tell the truth.
I got my
You know?
physical. They said I was 6'4" and 3/4", but I think I grew a quarter.
might as well round it.
You grew a
up.
quarter?
I might as well.
I mean, because when was your physical? Probably like August?
Yeah,
Yeah.
around there.
So you probably grew a quarter since then.
Yeah.
Would anything happen if he gave me his 3/4? Nothing.
No,
It would help me tremendously.
it would help you.
It'd help me tremendously.
It would help you. Man, how's it feel? Silverado's doing great this year. And it wasn't always a good team. So talk to us about that. How it's been just seeing the success you guys have had so far this year. I'll start with you, Dillon.
You know, it feels amazing, honestly, especially after the season we had last year. You know, got to give a lot of credit to our coaches. They poured a lot into us this summer. You know,
And let them
taking us
know
on
how many
trips.
games you won last year.
I won 0 last year.
0 games last year.
Wow.
So 0 games to now number 1.
Yeah.
I mean, that has to feel crazy, right?
Yeah, it's an insane feeling, honestly. I feel like we all deserve this more than anyone. You know, all them long nights, coach, you know, we're over here working out, taking us trips, sevens tournaments, everybody just pouring into each other. We're starting to see the fruits of our labor and our success coming through, and it's honestly, it's a great feeling.
And what was the conversation like over the summer, over the off season, going from 0 wins to trying to get that belief in you? What were the coaches saying to you guys to make you guys believe that you can be on the path you're on right now?
You know, they talk to us a lot about trusting the process. You know, just going over our fundamentals. You know, we focus that a lot every practice. You know, our everyday drills, all fundamentals, and yeah, they just want a belief, and everybody gave in 100%, and we can see that it's worked out for us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, like this time last year, let's go back 365 days ago, right?
Yeah.
You're nursing an injury, you know, and no matter whether you're a high school player or pro or whatever, an injury is always psychologically harrowing. You think to yourself, will I ever be able to do anything that I was able to do before? So you go back, 365 days ago. Look at where that is and how this is now, and what is the transition like psychologically? Did you have any inclination that you guys would be here after how last year ended?
I didn't have too much belief, no,
Yeah.
Especially with my injury. You know, that bring me down a lot after
Yeah.
surgery. It was really tough. Just seeing the team go out there, you know, knowing I can't help out, can't do anything. Just literally laying there in my bed, you know,
Yeah.
it sucked, and it was definitely hard on my mental.
Yes.
You know, but I feel like I had a good foundation, a good team around me and my parents. You know, all my brothers supporting me, and yeah, it's just they gave me what I needed to come back.
Indeed.
And win.
You know, I'm a firm believer in adversity is what gets us there, right? And you had your adversity, you had your own adversity. Last
Right.
year as a transfer student, you had to sit out.
Yep.
You practiced every day, but you talk about fruits of labor. You never got fruits of labor. You just,
Yeah.
you know, just a glorified cheerleader, a really strong looking cheerleader out there. But so
And that's hard sitting out at that
it's
age.
Definitely. So for you, the decision to transfer, after we move away from your friends, you're at a new school with new guys and you're learning a new system. When you're looking at how the season ended last year and you've made that decision to transfer, what's going through your mind then and now? How does that look for you?
I mean, obviously at the end of the season, like Dillon was saying, also it's like after that season and all the things that you had to go through during that season, like obviously your mental's a little bit down. You know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of hope to be had, but I just realized like when you hit a rock bottom like that, the only way you can go is up. So I just kept working and we just kept having these long, hard conversations about like what we can do to change next season, and everything's seeming to work out now. So.
It's awesome.
Feeling really good.
Awesome.
Where do you guys see yourselves going for the rest of the season?
State championship.
Yeah. You got it?
Yeah.
That's what it's looking
How
like.
many more games you guys have left of the regular season?
We have our senior night tomorrow against Cheyenne. Yeah, and then playoffs start next week. So
how good Cheyenne?
We look at every opponent, you know what I mean, as an equal. We're not gonna play down to any competition no matter what the record says. So
see, that's a smart kid right there. He must have a coach for a father.
Maybe.
No, that's good, though, because a lot of people would take the bait and try, and overlook a team that's not as good. But you do. I mean, it's every single game. You take one game at a time. And I think if more teams start believing that in any sport, right?
Yes,
like we see that in the NBA, people still in the pro level of NBA and NFL, people will overlook an opponent that's still a pro team, right?
Yeah, especially this week in particular, after we just bumped to number 1. You know what I mean? Like it's a big target on our backs and stuff. And for a team like the team we're playing on Friday that may not have those same rankings and favors from media and all things like that, this is their big game. You know what I mean? It's our senior night. They're trying to spoil it like we would try to spoil any team's senior night, So
it's their championship.
Yeah.
If they could knock off a number 1 on their senior night, that's a championship for them. That's bragging rights for them. So they're going to be coming at you guys as hard as possible. They're going to be bringing you everything. So that's good to have that mentality. And when do you guys play?
Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, right? Yeah, at 6.
And that's at home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, one thing, Dillon is, prototypical quarterback, big guy, looks over the defensive line, looks over, sees the field like this, big arm, and then you have the polar opposite. You have, the smaller, quicker, the Kyler Murray-ish type of a quarterback that's running around. What is it that each of you get from the other? Like, what if, playing together for the last 2 years, what have you guys kind of picked up from one another? Dillon?
I feel like, me and Clem, I feel like we're on the same level, we treat each other as equals. Like, we don't think there's a starter and a backup. Like, we think we're on the same level. He brings a lot to the table.
And that's something we forgot to mention. You guys are both quarterbacks. You play the same position. So a lot of people could be competing and probably not even hanging out like you guys are. But you guys are playing the same position and making it work.
Yeah. Honestly, like, there's a formation for him, and he just goes out there and just fries everybody. We celebrate each other's success at the end of the day. He can come to me. I help him out throwing. He helps me out running. It's just we have different skill sets, and that definitely shows on Friday nights. When he goes out there and he just breaks an 80-yard touchdown, just jumps into the end zone.
I want to play some clips real quick. There's Dillon right there.
That's hard to tackle right there.
How you gonna get down 6'4" and 5 quarters, so 6'5" and 260?
230.
230. Okay, you'll be 260 soon.
Yeah.
That was pre-rehab 260.
Yeah.
No, for
Then
sure.
he got it off.
I was
Then he got it
definitely
off.
260.
We have a few more I want to play from there. Look at that throw.
There we go.
So that's Josiah, right?
Yeah.
That's Josiah Eva right there. That's a kid that's probably got about 10, 11 touchdowns himself. This team is loaded with a lot of guys that can make plays. You have Desante James, you have Jackson Stewart, you have Armani Combs is like a LaDainian Tomlinson. It's just hard to tackle, runs hard. He's sniffing about 1,000 yards. He's close, probably about 800 or 900 yards. this is a team that offensively just puts numbers on the board. You know, back to what we were talking about with.
Hold on, real quick. I want to show this one too. 80 yards?
Yeah, right.
I was 84.
84.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, show. Hey, put some respect on his name.
Bro. And right to the guy.
Yes.
Because sometimes you see great catches, right?
Yeah.
But that's a catch you make. Like you have to. That's a regular catch you need to make.
Yeah.
Still a good catch.
Right in the basket.
But you got it right to him.
Yeah.
Man, that's.
Right.
I might be able to throw 20 yards right now.
So what is it that that quarterback room, as Quan was saying, is a very close knit room. What is it that he brings to the table that helps you, Roddy Nice?
Definitely. First of all, with his size, being able to read a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like coming into Silverado, especially, like I wasn't that traditional pocket passing quarterback, and then with my experiences like in youth and stuff, I've been forced into the running back position. You know what I mean? Or not running back, but running quarterback position. You know, and so like sitting in the room with him and like going through sevens and shells and stuff in practice with him, and seeing his reads around the field. And then just in the quarterback room talking about all those things, you know what I mean? Like I pick up a lot, throwing techniques, you know what I mean? Trying to work on that big ball myself, those are just things I pick up from him. And it's really helped me a lot this season. I've made some pretty major strides in that side of my game, you know what I mean? Because that's obviously an aspect that I want to work on, you know what I mean? As like we're polar opposites, you know what I mean? I pick up off of him, he picks up off of me. So, yeah.
Good. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
You guys want to see some speed? We're going to show you some speed. We might have to turn the
got
volume
my
down
film?
a little bit.
Where'd you get Oh, him.
This is Clemente Jones.
Let's talk about Clemente Jones, a backup quarterback. Giving him some love. All Clemente does is come into the game with the Skyhawks. We're balling.
All those guys were in front of him.
Quickly in the second half. Look at the speed. I'm told that Clemente is the fastest person on this team. He had 3 touches, 121 yards.
Big block
and 2
over here by
touchdowns.
somebody, right?
Yeah, there
Look
we
at
go.
that. Look at
The
that.
night.
Wow.
Of the night. Silverado, the game.
That's when I'll turn down so we don't get hit with the copyright strike. But
Dillon to cover it with that NIL deal.
but you got speed, bro. You got speed.
Thank you.
Man. So being a running quarterback, what other aspects of your game are you working on? So you're not just known as that. Being fast, being quick is one thing, but having that whole package, what are you doing to work on that?
I'm definitely working on that big ball over the top. You know what I mean? I feel like I've improved a lot in the past year, thanks to Coach Barilla and Coach Garcia.
Yeah.
With like my reads and the short game. You know what I mean? Like just our intermediate game. I feel like I've kind of got down packed. Obviously not to where I want it to be, but like subpar. You know what I mean? Enough to like get me through the season at this point. But for next season, I'm really looking at expanding my pass game. Because I also see a lot of quarterbacks get those big runs, you know what I mean, that may not have the speed that I have, but their passing ability, you know what I mean, opens up different things on the field. So if I can improve that side of my game, it could help the other side. Look
at this big block right here. Just send him home.
Yeah.
Just send him home.
Yeah.
Just send him home. Just get him out of there. Man.
Yeah, you're quick. Man.
Yeah, I think these guys have a really good, when I always say this to players, that I've coached and that I interact with is championships are far and few between. It's not likely that you're just going to go out there and win a championship every year, no matter how good you are, right? Everybody's trying to win it. But what is really important is legacy. So you come into Silverado and they're the cream of the crop, right? Back-to-back state champions. Now it's your turn. And you guys win 2 games, you guys win 0 games. Yeah. But now, the tide has turned, all right? And what will be your legacy, hopefully it's a state championship, but if it isn't a state championship, it's the fact that you guys were able to do something that's actually a lot more difficult than initially winning a championship. It's coming from the bottom and turning it all around and winning.
Yeah.
Right. And I think you seniors especially need to hold on to that, because that is the thing that really, really separates players from other players. And that's having a legacy. You want to look up in 10, 15 years from now and look at Siverado as a staple of Las Vegas high school football, and know that you were a big, big part of that, because there was a gap between a back-to-back state championship and then here you guys come.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you guys should be commended with that. I know a lot of guys that want to just say, hey, we're not good. I quit. I'm going to play baseball. I'm going to play basketball. I'm going to quit. You know, and you guys that stuck through it, I think you guys have done a great thing for not only the school, but your personal legacies as a football program. That's a tremendous thing. And hats off to Anthony Barilla, the head coach over there, who's had an amazing shift in the culture over there. You know, it's easy for the Gormans and the Liberties and these teams that have traditionally been winning year after year after year to get kids to buy in when it's 115 degrees outside. But when you just went through an 0-10 season and this guy's yelling at you to get it going, you're like, man, for what? And these guys really, really bought in, man. And I think you guys need to be commended for that, especially these seniors.
And ironically, just at our team dinner, we were having a conversation about that because one of our corners, Banks Dilemma, he had made a post around last year, was it?
Yeah.
About how a lot of guys find it easier to transfer when things are going bad. You know what I mean? The real ballers stay at their school, you know what I mean, and tough it out.
Yeah.
That was like a lot of the conversations that we were having over the summer. Shouts out to Coach Barilla getting us to SUU too. That built our chemistry so much. We had long talks like that all night at SUU. You know what I mean? Like even though things didn't go the way we wanted them to go last season, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna stay here. We're gonna work. We're gonna get what we want out of this. We're gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and we flipped it all around, and thanks to all those seniors too, like, because they're really like our underclassmen, because our team is really young, you know what I mean? Especially last year, we had a lot of sophomores contributing on varsity, and our seniors were who they were looking to, you know what I mean, for that guidance, and like with guys like Banks that had that mentality, it spread throughout the team, you know what I mean? It's contagious, so. That really helped us get to the point we're at right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
And Dillon, you're getting blown up in the comments. So a lot of people showing you love in the comments right there. So shout out to everybody in the comments. Keep showing love. We had a question. Did Coach Anthony Barilla go to Gorman?
Yes, he did. I believe.
My mom graduated from Gorman, so that's about it.
Yeah. He played at Gorman. I believe. I want to say class of like 99 or around that time, something like that.
Okay.
Maybe 90, 97, something around there. I'm not sure the exact time, but I know he did. My cousin Aaron Winder played there.
Okay.
Attorney Aaron Winder played there, and he remembered him from playing as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. All right. Quarterbacks. Best of all time.
Uh-oh.
And you guys are young, so, you know, me and Coach Shea might have totally different opinions on this. But your GOAT quarterback, maybe not even your favorite, just who do you think's the best of all time? I'll start with you, Dillon.
No, I hate to say it because, you know, I'm a Seahawks fan. So, unfortunately, it's Tom Brady. You know, he's the undisputed GOAT. He got more rings than any team in the league. Like, that's just crazy. I hate that what he did to my Seahawks. You know, got to take that.
Wait, what did he do?
All right, so that was Russell Wilson's fault. But
I won't even. Russ and Pete Carroll, I think that's their fault.
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch, anytime you talk to him,
right.
he laughed in Coach Carroll's face
Yeah.
when it happened.
Yep.
So I don't blame it on Brady. Brady thought he lost. He was over there ready to, you know, take that L.
But he does have a few other ones.
He has some more. Yeah, he has some more.
But he's just crazy. I saw this one thing on Instagram. It was like he has a higher chance of making the Super Bowl than Steph Curry has to make a three. Like, I thought that was insane. I don't know if that's true, but like that's
Probably.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Probably. Yeah, he probably had a higher percent of going to the Super Bowl then.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's wild. All right, so that's the GOAT, but who'd you look up to and kind of emulate your game after?
Growing up, Russell Wilson on my favorite team, the Seahawks.
Okay.
But I think more now I try to, you know, go after Josh Allen. And I got that big prototype, you know, try to run people over, stiff arm.
Yep.
But also with that big arm, you know, just try to put it out there.
Because you were bigger than Russell Wilson probably in junior high. Huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Clemente, what about you?
Well, I mean, I love my Mike Vicks and my Randall Cunningham, who we're actually related to. But,
Yeah.
Gotta give it to Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Gotta give it to Tom Brady, undisputed. Yep.
And who do you
In a family of Buckeyes.
in the family of Buckeyes? Yeah, that's crazy.
It
Michigan.
hurts. It hurts.
Get that M. I mean, you guys won last year. You're fine.
And we'll win
I know
again
you were
this year.
hurting when
Yeah,
Michigan
we-
won 2 years ago.
It didn't. They
didn't
won?
hurt?
They won?
Yeah, they
I
beat
didn't see
Washington.
any
No,
of
you
that.
didn't
I
see.
didn't
You
think-
missed
I
that
don't-
game.
I don't think
You
I
missed
don't
that
partake
game.
in that type of stuff.
But today in today's game, my favorites obviously the Pat Mahomes, the Lamar Jacksons. You know what I mean. Some of the guys on the team like to call me Clamar. I think he got a little into it, you know?
That's funny.
But they say I look like Jaden Daniels. I guess Jaden Daniels.
That's
I'm
funny.
rolling with him this season. So yep.
All right. Jaden's been hurt. Lamar's been hurt. I mean, it's been a struggle for some
And
of these
Mariota's
quarterbacks
doing
this year.
well. He used to be a quarterback here, right?
Yeah, he was
And
quarterback for the
here is
Raiders.
not doing well. Isn't
Yeah.
that ironic?
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I told everyone when they were excited to get Geno out here that he had one good year. The other years in Seattle, he was okay. But, them being excited to get Geno, we saw Geno before he went to Seattle and had that resurgence. He wasn't very
Can't
good.
put a mediocre quarterback on a bad team.
You
That's
can't.
just not going to work.
No.
It's not going to work.
To work on a team like Seattle because they had weapons everywhere
Yeah,
and
exactly.
still a good defense. But, Pete Carroll's here. I don't know if he's here mentally. He's a lot older now than he was in Seattle.
Coach Biden?
Coach Biden. That's what it looks like out there. So, do you guys get to go to Raider games?
I haven't yet.
You haven't? Huh?
Yeah, I've been hoping to, but with the season and everything, and I got basketball and track afterwards. So
Okay.
I got a busy schedule, but I'm gonna try to make it to one soon. Yeah. For
When does
sure.
basketball start? Is it pretty much right after football?
Well, we have like tournaments and stuff going on right now, but I'm not participating, obviously, because we're making a push for state.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hurt myself
Yeah, you
on
don't wanna do that.
some intramurals or something, you know. But we got intramurals going here soon. We got tournaments going on, and then our first game of the season, I think it's at the middle or start of December. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just full head of steam.
So
rolling
it's
right
pretty
into
much
basketball.
football's done, and then you jump right into
Yeah. Yeah.
basketball.
Yeah, freshman year, I was going to intramurals during football season as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just one to the next. And then,
And Dylan, do you play any other sports?
Nah, not
Rugby?
Really. Not really, but I'm gonna do bowling this year.
Bowling?
Something
really, I
fun.
didn't even know
Okay.
Yeah. It's my
There you go.
license,
Breaking
so-
news. PBA,
yeah.
watch out.
And when he throws the ball up into the screen, it's going to
He'd
go
be
viral.
scary on the PBA bowling tour. They're all, little skinny 5'10", 130
right.
pound white dudes, and all of a sudden you come up.
Yeah,
I need a 40-pound ball.
trying to get perfect.
That's good, man.
Some of the dudes were talking about trying out golf. I mean,
Okay.
Golf is pretty fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it before.
It
yeah.
could be fun. That doesn't necessarily mean something you just go try to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure
It's
the
very
golf
difficult.
coach ain't happy about that.
Would you ever get into anything after football? Pro wrestling, we see a lot of football players do that. UFC.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every football player says that. Football don't work out, they're gonna go to the UFC.
Yeah.
But
Until they go train UFC.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, no.
Have you fought? Have you trained at all?
haven't.
Jiu-jitsu or anything?
no, I just do it for fun with my
Yeah.
friends. But I like it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely interested.
Clemente, you train any fighting?
No, I haven't. My cousin does, but I never really got into it.
All right. Coach Shay, what's up with you? You've been,
Well, yeah.
you've been coaching at CSM for a
Yeah.
minute. You've been
Yeah.
everywhere.
Little bit
What's next for
everywhere.
you this year? Basketball season is here,
It is here. It is here.
but where are you?
Where am I? So it's I'm gonna be doing some things a little different. I will not be coaching at CSN this year.
Okay.
I will not be coaching at CSN this year. I'll be doing some different things, some mentoring and some different things as far as moving kids on to the college level and some
Okay.
professionals as well. Actually I've been talking with a good friend of mine who actually I'm gonna be coaching here at Silverado this year.
Talking about?
Really?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're for
No
real?
way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yes. As of a month ago, Coach Feets and I have decided that I'm going to be coaching at Silverado this year.
What?
I'm about to come out.
Yo.
Breaking news!
Breaking news. Yep.
For real.
So I asked him when he came in today, I'm like, how hard has it been
Oh my
to
gosh!
keep this a secret from you? Because he told me, it's been 3 weeks since he told
It's been
me.
a long time.
Have you been in the gym with them?
Nah, because you guys are all too. This camaraderie at Silverado. If I showed up in the gym, these guys would be like going crazy. So I couldn't go to the gym.
I love how you're wearing the shirt.
Yeah, yeah,
I was wondering why you were wearing that.
yeah. So we'll be. So I'll be over
And his
there.
face looked exactly how I think we wanted it to look when you
Yeah,
said
right,
that.
right. He was like, "What are you talking about?"
I thought you were joking.
yeah, yeah.
How's that feel? Pops is going to be there
Feels
coaching.
Great. My dad has been my coach not only through sports but through life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, I never have officially had him on the court with me, but that'll be a great experience for me. Like with CJ having his dad.
Yeah.
You know, that's
So
exciting.
we used to joke all the time. Our freshman of the year last year was CJ Franklin, who is the head coach of Silverado's son. So as we moved into the district and he went to Silverado, his son came and played for us over at CSN. Now, we used to always joke and say, the trade went through.
Yeah.
You know, the trade was cleared. You got him, we got him. But now we're actually going to be coaching, and we'll see what happens. There's not a lot of size, so they're big, strong guys are rare
I got you.
on the
I'll come
basketball,
out.
basketball team. But yeah, it's it's going to be interesting. It's going to be exciting. We're going to do a lot of the similar things, and obviously I'll have my touch on some things we that are similar to what we did at CSN. That up-tempo style, getting out and really pressuring teams and forcing teams to get up and down with us and utilize some of the speed that we have. So we're excited. Coach Franklin and I have been talking quite a bit of some things that we need to do. I've been keeping abreast of what the guys are doing in the summer league, but as of next week, we're going to be really getting after it. So hopefully that guy makes a team.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
You never know. So that has to be a big surprise.
Wow, that's crazy. I at least expected that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing because he's wearing this shirt. I'm like, are you sure you want to wear that?
Dead giveaway. Yep. I guess I'm stupid out there.
Did you see him wearing the shirt?
Yeah, I saw it, but it was right under my nose.
You're just not thinking. It's just like, it is what it is. He's supporting you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm trying to
about
pull
to
up the
run so much.
replay to see his face again.
They're in the chat saying Dillon's a hooper too. We might need you this year.
You're a hooper, dude?
We
I
got
did
number
play
3
my
for you.
freshman year.
Yeah.
I'm sure the golf coach ain't happy about that.
Oh, it's coming up right here.
Yeah.
Would you ever get into anything after football? Pro wrestling, we see a lot of football players do that. UFC. Sorry, we're watching the replay of our show as we're doing the show.
Yeah.
I just want to see that reaction
The most
again.
poly answer of all time. Yeah, I just do it with my friends. We just beat each other up.
Just beat each other
just
up.
beat each other up,
Arm bars.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely interested.
Clemente, you train any fighting?
No, I have my cousin does, but I never really got into it.
All right. Coach Shay, what's up with you? You've been, you've been coaching at just look at his CSN for a minute. You've been everywhere. Everyone just look at Clemente's face. What's next for you this year? Basketball season is here.
It is here.
But where are you?
Where am I? So it's I'm gonna be doing some things a little different. I will not be coaching at CSN this year.
Okay.
I will not be coaching at CSN this year. I'll be doing some different things, some mentoring and some different things as far as moving kids on to the college level and some professionals as well. Actually I've been talking with a good friend of mine who actually I'm gonna be coaching here at Silverado this year.
Talking about
Really?
What's up?
Are you serious? You're for real?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes. As of a month ago, Coach Feets and I have decided that I'm going to be coaching at Silverado this year.
What?
I'm about to come out.
Yo.
Breaking news. That's great. That's great.
Man,
I'm happy for you too, though, man. Just
it's
staying in the coaching
I
game.
still, winning championships and the guys, to play professionally myself. This is one thing I've never done, which is coach one of my boys. I hope.
And we asked him how exciting is that for you to be able to, coach him like he said. You've been his coach forever, pretty much, but not as far as organized.
And it's always tough. As my biggest thing I taught them when they were really young is the way to do it is the way your coach says to do it.
Yeah.
Which I'm so glad I taught him that.
Yeah.
Before. Now it really matters, right? But I always told him, whatever coach, you got to figure it out. if that's the way coach wants it, you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I was always adamant that they understood the dynamic of the coach and player relationship, because I'm a firm believer on the fact that bad teammates become bad employees. It's very important. And any parent that's out there listening, I implore you to allow your son to get cussed out. Allow your son to have to run extra laps. Allow your son to not get it the way he wants.
Yeah.
Allow your son to be the reason his team loses, right? Because it builds the character that they need. But this is different for me, at least. This is, like I said, it's something I've never done. My mentor, who I run almost everything by, even when my wife was pregnant with him, when my wife and I got engaged, Coach LaRock. I called Coach LaRock, and he coached Lindy at Durango at the end of his coaching career and the end of her high school career. And coach being coach, he was like, "Oh, I'm so excited. This is great." He said, "But I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's going to mean a lot more to you than it's going to mean to Clemente." And, in true LaRock fashion, he always knows how to put it in perspective. And the reality is, it isn't about myself. And I'm sure Coach Feast would say the same thing. It isn't about us. This is their experience.
Yeah.
And this is what Barilla had so many sleepless nights over last year, them going 0-10. Not the fact that they weren't going to win the championship, but knowing that he had guys who this is their high school experience, for it to end this way, it kills us. We want them to have not necessarily the careers that we had, right? But the experience. I played overseas, and my memories are right around the corner at Las Vegas High School with those guys. I see those guys, and I'm excited to be around them in a way that I wasn't when it became a job.
Yeah.
So this is what that is about for us. So hopefully, for 11 other kids, they get as much as possible out of it that he gets out of it.
Yeah.
And I know I can speak for just about every coach in the Valley. This is what matters to us. Them getting something out of it, learning how to be better husbands, better fathers, better friends, better employees, just because of their interaction with us. So we'll see how it goes. I don't suspect that it won't work. Feats and I see things very, very similarly. So I think that it'll be a smooth transition and very cohesive for the program, and obviously for us as well.
Yeah.
It's
cool, man. Good news.
Yeah.
You're on a good football team,
guys,
and now
too.
you get to coach. And and like you said, excited for the guys.
Yeah,
you know
of
how he
course.
coaches. You know who he
Yeah.
is as a basketball coach, basketball mind.
Yeah.
So now you're excited for your dudes to get to be coached by him.
Yeah. It's just growing up, you know what I mean? My standard of a great coach, you know what I mean? And not only a coach, but a leader has always been him, you know what I mean? And sometimes, because I pick up that trait from him a little bit as well in all of my sports, you know what I mean? I try to lead my guys the best I can. And sometimes when I can't express those things the way I wish I could, I sometimes wish he was just there so he could say it for me, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think this will definitely help us. It'll help me as a leader, you know what I mean? Because I know he's someone that's always going to hold me accountable no matter what. So, yeah, I'm excited. Yeah,
And what position do you
that's
play
great
in
news.
basketball?
I'm a guard. Yeah, point guard.
Cool.
Yep.
Dope, man. I'm excited, man. I'm definitely going to check out some of those games. I don't go to a lot of high school sports, and I need to start doing that.
Yeah.
Especially, being a local sports network out here. Definitely want to start
These
doing
first
that
high
more.
school guys you've had?
On my show, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Miss Ball and D, she used to bring high school
Yeah,
in
she
here all
does
the time.
all the time. She does all the
So
time.
she brought high school in here all the time. And then, we've had a few other ones, but not on my show, yeah.
Yeah. So, but basketball is going to have to wait because Allegiant goal or bust. Allegiant Stadium or bust. That's the goal.
Yep.
That's
And
dope.
to win it. Yep.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Good luck on your next game. Good luck in the playoffs. Keep that mindset the whole time, man. One game at a time. And just keep being there for each other, and you guys are going to succeed. Any shout-outs you want to give? Dillon, I'll start with you.
Just shout out to my family. And I know they're on here in the comments. I see y'all. But thank you guys for always supporting me. My coaches, allowing us to buy in, every single one of them. My teammates, Clem, bringing me here. And just shout out to all of them.
Yeah, Clemente.
Well, first of all, shout out to you for having us both.
For sure,
But,
yeah.
Thank
For
you,
sure.
Dill, for coming on with me. Thank you to my dad for bringing us both on. And Thank you to all of our Skyhawks, you know what I mean? Basketball, football, track, everybody watching, you know what I mean? Our coaches, staff, everybody that's helping make this season happen. So, yeah, shout out to all you guys.
Dope. Jay, I appreciate you getting on with us, man, and being in here. We have a lot more basketball to talk about this whole season, so come back soon.
Yes.
And everybody, man, we're here every Monday and Thursday, 4 p.m. West Coast time, right here. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And we're going to get you guys back on when you win this championship.
Yep, we're ready.
Yeah.
We're ready.
All right. That's it. Yep. We will see you next time on Unnamed Sports Show. Peace.